Welcome back. We're doing a deep dive today into LayGHT. You might know it as Bitlight. It's a Bitcoin Layer 2 solution, and well, it's suddenly making a lot of noise. Our plan is to really get into its tech, what it's trying to do, and square that with some, frankly, wild market action we've seen.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's just jump right in. Bitlight, it's identified as a Bitcoin Layer 2 protocol. Simple enough, but what's the actual focus?
Right. So the focus is pretty specific, quite ambitious, actually. It's all about scalable, low-cost stablecoin payments. They're basically trying to combine Bitcoin's, top-tier security with the kind of speed and low cost you need for everyday transactions.
Okay, stablecoins on Bitcoin Layer 2. How does that work technically?
It relies on something the sources are calling the Light Network. Think of it as a specialized layer protocol built for this purpose. It's designed to handle transactions off the main Bitcoin chain, but still leverages Bitcoin security, potentially using some kind of smart contract capability.
So like a side channel for faster, cheaper payments.
Exactly. That's a good way to put it. Faster, cheaper, making those small, everyday stablecoin payments actually feasible, which has always been a challenge on Bitcoin itself.
Okay, so the foundation is stability, utility, low-cost payments. Makes sense. But how does that mesh with what we're seeing in the market? This is where it gets really interesting. The sources show the token price recently around $1.11. That number includes a 100% jump in price in one day.
100%.
And the all-time high wasn't far off, $1.20, hit after a, 71% spike in 24 hours. I mean, that kind of movement seems, well, the opposite of stable.
It
really.
absolutely does. And that paradox is, I think, the most fascinating part here. Now, if we look at the tokenomics, maybe we can start to see why. The total supply, max supply that's fixed, capped at 420 million tokens.
Okay, fixed supply, 420 million.
But here's the kicker. The sources identified only about 5,000 unique holders right now.
Wait, hang on. 420 million tokens, but only 5,000 holders. Doesn't that scream low liquidity? Could that be driving these massive swings like that 100% day?
Precisely. You hit it right there. That small holder base strongly suggests it's still a very illiquid market for LayGHT. So any significant buy or sell volume, especially with maybe new listings happening, can cause these huge, wild price swings.
It really shows a disconnect, doesn't it? The tech aims for stability, but the market, at least right now, looks like pure speculation, probably driven by that thin distribution.
Okay, so high risk due to illiquidity. But people can still get it, right? Accessibility.
Oh yeah, accessibility doesn't seem to be the issue. It's listed pretty broadly. You've got it on major dexes like Uniswap v3, Coins, Bank XSwap, Bank XSwap, and also some centralized exchanges mentioned like Binance Alpha and BitKit. So it's out there.
And what's the vibe, the sentiment?
Sentiment looks overwhelmingly positive, actually. Sources report like 89% bullish sentiment, only 11% bearish. People seem excited.
89% bullish.
All right.
Okay, but then there's this profile score the reviewer gave it only 61%. That feels like a pretty big gap between the community hype and maybe a more objective look. That's a really sharp observation. I think that gap tells a story. The 89% bullish, that probably reflects the narrative, right? Stable coins on Bitcoin, low fees is compelling vision. People want that to work. The lower score, 61%, which is still decent, not terrible, likely reflects the things we just talked about. The volatility risk, the low holder count, the fact that it's still very early days, even if the potential seems high.
So the reviewer saw potential despite the messy start.
Seems so. The final score in the review was actually a 7 out of 10. So quite strong overall. It suggests the market, or at least this reviewer, sees real promise there, even with the current chaotic price action. Strong potential, strong community signals.
Okay, so wrapping this up for you listening, what have we got? Bitlight. It's a layer 2 for Bitcoin, aiming specifically for fast, cheap stablecoin payments using Bitcoin's infrastructure. It's widely available, the community seems really behind it, but its early market life is defined by this dramatic volatility, likely fueled by that low holder count and resulting illiquidity.
Right, which leaves us with a really important question for you to think about. Given that Bitlight's whole purpose is stablecoin payment stability being key, how does this massive 100% daily volatility we saw actually affect its long-term chances? Does this kind of early chaos challenge the very idea of building for stability on L2? Or is it just, the expected turbulence for any new protocol finding its feet? Does this volatility signal opportunity for you, or does it fundamentally undermine what they're trying to build? Something to definitely mull over.